All right, guys, we are back. Happy Thursday. After a really long day at the office, we are here with Blastaar testing for Professor X. I hope you guys are excited. I'm super excited. Blastaar has been a lot of fun to test with. So we're going to jump in here. We're going to try some team comps with him. I did a lot of testing last night and today with him to see which teams were going to work to get through here. But as always, guys, if you do not see a team comp tested, if you're curious about it, leave it down in the comments. I'll let you know if I've tested it, if it's viable, if it will work. If I haven't tested it, I'll jump in and test it and let you guys know whether or not it's something that's going to work for you. So do not hesitate to always let me know in the comments if there's something that you're needing help with, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. Now, with that being said, let's jump into this and get to work with some Blastaar testing. So we're going to jump in here, and I did save 3 teams today. I tried multiple different teams. I really only found 3 that were pretty solid on working very well. With that being said, we're going to try this out, see how it goes. This team I only tried a couple different times, so we're going to try it first, and we're going to try it together. Now, to give you guys some insight in what you're looking at, of course, my null is not 7 red yet. It's only 6 red. My Thanos, my Kang, and my Helverine are all 3 diamonds, and of course, Blastaar is 4 yellow. So let's jump in here. I am running Kang and Blastaar as fortifiers because they are a little bit squishy when it comes to this. So let's check it out and see how this goes. And we will kind of go over Blastaar's kit a little bit in the beginning of this just to give you guys some info about what's going on with this kit. And if you guys are interested, hang out to the very end of the video, and I'm going to give you an idea of kind of what I'm looking at as far as strategy with him in Crucible for this weekend. All right, so let's get rolling. We will hang tight while both of the Cohoris take 400 turns. All right, so we are going to go ahead and do Null's ultimate right out of the gate, get his battlefield effect up, because as you know, we really need to get rid of Ms-Marvel Classic and these Cohoris ASAP. So let's go ahead and use Kang's special. All right, now, we're going to hit on this just a little bit right out of the gate so that we can get you guys familiar with Blastaar's kit. So his passive. On spawn, gain defense up for 2 turns and safeguard for 2 turns. When a non-summoned ally uses their basic ability, this is very, very important for him, attack the primary target for 175% damage and 20% piercing. Clear all negative effects on this character. If this character does not have silence, gain 1 bomb burst. You can take it up to a maximum of 5, and here in a little bit, you're going to see how insane at 4 yellow his damage is with 5 bomb bursts with his ultimate. It's borderline insane. We're not going to dig too deep into the Crucible stuff because that's not going to be active here. However, we will hit on it later on in the video when we're talking about Crucible. So, essentially, what we know is when a teammate or Blastaar does their basic, he's going to gain 1 bomb burst. So we're going to go ahead and use his basic right now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use Thanos' ultimate. We want to try to strip as much out there as possible. All right, now we're going to go ahead and use Helverine's ultimate as well. We really want to get rid of these Cohoris and that Ms-Marvel Classic. Perfect, we did that just fine. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and use Null's special. We're going to get Carnage out here on the field. Okay, let's go ahead and use Kang's ultimate. All right, we need to get rid of Miss Marvel Classic before the next Kahori and Miss Marvel Classic drop. Okay, we are up to 3 bomb bursts. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let's see how much damage his special does. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350% piercing, still 10% max health, and redistribute to self. This ignores heal block. Apply ability block, which we won't because she has immunity. Gain safeguard for 2 turns. Heal for 40% of this character's max health. This amount is reduced by 5% per bomb burst on this character, down to a minimum of 15% healing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that to get safeguard up, take away some of her life, and get rid of her. All right, very good. We're going to save his ultimate for when Kahori and the next Miss Marvel Classic drop. Okay, we're going to use basics now so we can get his bomb burst up to 5, which we did. All right. Okay, we're going to use his basic. All right, here we go. And this is really cool, so we're going to do this in ×1 speed. All right. This animation is awesome, and his damage for 4 yellow is crazy. Yeah, that's ridiculous for 4 yellow. He almost took out Kahori. Yeah. He's going to be insane whenever he gets to full power. All right, let's go ahead and get in here with Helverine. Of course, you know the drill. Miss Marvel Classic is going to be a nightmare to kill. Let's get in here and see if we can get rid of her. Okay, Null put some death proofs out there, which we'll certainly take. All right, we've got 2 bomb bursts. That's really not going to do much, so we're going to go ahead and get his safeguard up. The main thing is keeping Blastaar alive. All right, let's go ahead and do his ultimate. That got rid of Miss Marvel Classic, and now we should have no problems whatsoever here. Very good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and test each of these teams on this node, and then, of course, the final node. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back in here. Now, I have no doubt there are more team comps that will work than the ones that I've tested. However, I'm not going to test Mephisto and Super Skrull together and things of that nature because most likely people aren't going to be bringing them up. However, this video would be 3 hours long if I tested every single team comp. So, like I said, if you guys don't see a team comp that you're interested in, just let me know and I will let you know if it will work or not. And one other thing as well, when it comes to Blastaar, if you, obviously we're running him Fortifier in the Professor X, but like in Crucible and things of that nature, I will most likely be running him as a striker, sometimes as a raider. So just to kind of let you guys know where I'm going to be setting when it comes to his ISOs. All right. Let's go ahead and do his special. Get that barrier up. We can certainly use it right now. All right. Let's go in here with Helverine's ultimate. Okay, we lost him very simply. We're going to jump back in here. The bad RNG we had is Null got ability blocked and could not do his ultimate right out of the gate and get the battlefield effect out there. So we're going to jump back in here and try that again. That will change the match dramatically. So him getting ability blocked right out of the gate clearly makes it a little more difficult. So we're going to see if we can get the RNG right for this so you guys can see how that works. Now, one other thing to note, obviously, Rachel Summers came out today. I have had some time to do some testing with her. I have not done a ton of testing, so I will most likely get her Professor X video out tomorrow because I did not, with Blastaar and her coming out today and a long day at work, I did not get enough time to do testing with her to release a video yet. So I'm going to try to spend some time tonight, later on, and tomorrow doing some testing with her so that I can get that video to you guys tomorrow. Okay. Okay, now we have Null's ultimate, so this should change things up quite a bit for us. All right, this should get rid of both the gambits. So now we don't have those pings going after our Blastaar like crazy. All right. Attack primary and adjacent still. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do his special. We need to get some health going on for him and some safeguard. Okay. We got defense up for him now. That's great. And let's go ahead and get in here with Kang's ultimate. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get our buddy Carnage out here. Poor Helverine's just taking a beating. All right, let's get in here with his special. All right, now we've got Carnage going. Go ahead and do some basics here. What do we got here? 2. We're going to try to get his burst up a little bit if we can. All right. Let's go ahead and use his ultimate. Yeah, look at that. That was only with 2. Man, he's going to be insane whenever he's at 7 red or 3 diamonds. It's going to be crazy. All right, let's get in here with our good buddy Noel. Oh, we lost Helverine. The panda got us. All right. Well, this will definitely work because I got it to work a couple times earlier. So you're going to, with this node, the RNG is definitely going to have to go your way. That team comp will work. We're not going to continue to go over it time and time again because we've got other team comps to use. But that team comp will work. You may have to reset a couple times to get the RNG right, but you should be good. All right, so let's go into the next one, which is this one right here. Just a heads up, Azazel is 7 red. Gladiator is 3 diamond, as well as Thanos is 3 diamond. So we're going to be running Azazel as a fortifier as well. So let's roll. These new graphics are awesome. I'm very excited for that team to come out. All right, let's go ahead and get his ultimate rolling, get the battlefield effect out there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see if we can get ability block on Ms. Marvel Classic. And it does not look like we did. Let's go ahead and try again. Why not? She resisted that as well. All right, let's go ahead and use Azazel's ultimate. All right, we got rid of Ms. Marvel Classic. Got slow on this Kahori, which is great. We really want to try to get rid of that Kahori if we can at all possible. Okay. We can certainly live through one of the specials. We don't want to take a special from both of them. All right, we got rid of her. Let's go ahead and see if we can ability block this Kahori. And we did land that ability block. That's great. So now we're going to do some basics here. And we're going to get his bomb burst going. We're going to go ahead and use the special there because summoned enemy or allies do not increase the number of bomb bursts. Let's go ahead and use his ultimate. Okay. Okay, that got us to 3 bomb bursts. Let's go ahead and get Taunt over here on Gladiator. And that's going to get us to 5 bomb bursts, so we're ready to go when his turn comes. So let's see how this goes. You see that? That is freaking crazy. 4 yellow. 4 yellow. Man. He is just going to be absurd. 3 diamonds. Oh my goodness. They better start planning on bringing out some tunes that can erase bomb bursts. Because I'm going to tell you what. At 3 diamonds, he's going to be wiping out entire teams. Okay, we'll go through Kahori and Ms. Marvel Classics Madness at the end of each time. Let's go ahead and do his special and get his safeguard up. Okay, let's go ahead and do his ultimate again. All right, that'll be like the 5th time that we've gotten Ms. Marvel Classic close to death. And she just keeps getting 300 evades and living forever. Man, we are close to killing her. She is resilient. All right, we're back around to what Noel's like, I don't know, 5th ultimate on this particular node. That will probably do it. There we go. That took a while, but we got there. So, and fun fact, I have not lost on either node with this team, so I don't think there's really a whole lot of, there's not as much RNG. All right. Now I said that, so now we'll lose this time on this node, but you know, that's how it goes. Okay. Here comes a panda. The next one's going to push Thanos. Oh, it didn't push Thanos. Wow. Okay. That's very surprising, actually. That's definitely pushing Thanos. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get Null's ultimate out there. Let's go ahead and get some safeguard and get some healing up for him. All right, let's go ahead and get our buddy out here. And of course, that gave us, all right, so I told you. That is literally the first time that both of the pandas have not pushed Thanos in-game. I knew I should have kept my mouth shut. Oh, wow. So we really need Thanos to get pushed before Red Goblin goes. All right. Let's see if that can happen again. I've never had that happen. I knew it would happen because I said something. It's like I'm watching Crucible right now. All right. He did get pushed again. All right. Okay. That got rid of one of the gambits, which is going to be highly beneficial. Okay. Maybe this will get rid of the other one. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and get some death proofs out there. Get our buddy going. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and let Azazel do his ultimate. All right, let's get going. Go ahead and get these bursts build up on our buddy Blastaar. We've only got 2, but let's go ahead and use it because I don't know that we'll get another chance. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and use it. We've got 4 now. I did some pretty good damage there. Okay, there goes Panda. We're going to go ahead and throw this on auto now because it's going to be all downhill. Okay. All right, there we go. Very good. So now we are going to jump into the last team comp. This team comp was specifically requested by 3 or 4 different people. So we're saving the best for last. Now, one thing I will tell you about this last team comp is it does have Mephisto in it. Now, I played... Okay, I'm going to restart this. Obviously, I'll cut this out of the video and see you guys in about 3 seconds. All right, so this last team comp has Mephisto in it. And now, when it comes to Mephisto, I think there's going to be a bunch of team comps. I could make this video 4 hours. I think you could use pretty much anybody with a version, different team comps with Mephisto in here. So if there are other team comps you are interested in using Mephisto with, let me know, and I will certainly check those out for you. But this particular team comp was requested by several people, so we're going to jump in with this and try it out and see how it goes. Spoiler, it really works good. These new graphics for these landing screens are really good. All right. Just like always, we'll let Kahoris take their 34 turns. All right, let's go ahead and basic on Ms. Marvel Classic. There's 1 bomb burst. There's 2 right out of the gate. We're going to go ahead and get Null's ultimate going. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use his basic here. Now we're going to use Thanos' ultimate. All right, there goes Ms. Marvel Classic, which is great. We've got a Kahori special to deal with. We're going to get in here with Azazel's ultimate. Hopefully that will kill the other Kahori. It did not kill that one, but it did give her slow, so we should be golden. All right, we're going to go ahead and use Mephisto's basic here. There goes that Kahori. Let's go ahead and get Carnage out here. Very good. So we've got 4. Let's go ahead and see how well he does. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and keep using Noel's basic. Okay, we'll go ahead and use Azazel's special. I was really hoping it would get Kahori going, but there's Noel's ultimate. Okay. Cleared everything off of our side, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and use Mephisto's ultimate. Did that get rid of Miss Marvel? No. Man, she just will not die. Okay, very good. That should be the end of it. Oh, why not? Perfect. All right. So that went very smooth. We will jump over here to the final node. All right. So here we go. All right, so we're going to start out. Anytime I'm using Mephisto on this node, I pretty much do the exact same thing every time. And essentially, we are going to eliminate Nightcrawler right out of the gate. He essentially controls that whole side of the field. He is what gets everything going in motion. So we're going to go ahead and use his basic. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and go right here with his basic again. Okay, we got rid of Rogue. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use Noel's ultimate and get the battlefield effect out. We're going to go ahead and use his ultimate with 2 bomb bursts to get rid of the evades that were out there. All right, let's go ahead and use his special. We got the stun on Furball. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more bleeds out there. Very good. He gone. All right, let's go ahead and use Mephisto's ultimate. And that's pretty much the end of the deal. We'll let this panda bounce around for a minute, but he is not really going to be accomplishing much of anything. All right. So as you can see, that was pretty simplistic. Again, there's multiple options that you could use with Mephisto on the squad. So obviously we're not going to hit on all of them, but as promised, if you stayed to the end, I wanted to give you just a little bit of insight into what my thoughts are when it comes to Blastaar for Cosmic Crucible. And essentially, with Blastaar, the more basics, the better. It's going to get his bomb burst up. It's going to get him rolling and get him as powerful as possible as soon as possible. So going into this first round of the final week of CC16, I'm going to be using him on offense. I went ahead and pulled Kahori and Black Knight back to offense. I'm going to be running him with Kahori, Old Man Logan, Black Knight, and Ares. Because one other thing to note, in his passive, here he is. Let's look at his passive. If the other, where's it at here? On Crucible offense, if the primary target does not have safeguard, clear all positive effects. So essentially, what is going to be happening is when a non-summoned ally uses their basic, he is going to be attacking that primary target for 175% damage, 20% piercing. He will clear all his negative effects. If he does not have silence, essentially if you're not going up against Professor X, he's going to create 1 bomb burst up to a maximum of 5. And if he's on offense, the enemy that you are attacking, if they do not have safeguard, he's going to clear all positive effects. So with that being said, I'm going to be throwing areas in there to eliminate safeguard on the opposing team, so that he will be pulling off all of their positive effects on all those pings. So obviously this is going to be trial. We'll see how it goes. But you're going to be getting a lot of basics from Kohori. You're going to be getting a lot of basics from Old Man Logan, which should keep him assisting and getting those bomb bursts up, pulling those positive effects off of the other side of the team. And I'm going to be putting Black Knight in there as well for a little bit of protection and extra damage out there on the opposing team. I don't have any idea what teams we're going to use him against. We're going to play that as it comes. But we're definitely going to be testing out some stuff because we need to get an idea of what he's capable of. So with that being said, if you guys got some value out of this, if you love our Crucible videos, make sure you check that out tomorrow. Don't forget, we're going to be doing Rachel Summers' video tomorrow with Professor X testing, so be watching for that. And guys, if you have not, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell so that you get notified every time we drop a new video. And if you got some value out of this, make sure you share it with your friends and alliance mates. Until the next video, guys, stay positive and enjoy the game.